Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Origins. Now, before I go on to today's episode, I'd like to make an announcement. I'm going to be starting to post some Pokemon Origins videos on my channel, the One Integral. Now, these aren't going to be, the starter Pokemon, the legendary Pokemon. These are going to be the ones I've missed out and not really going to get around to doing on Kanto University. For example, the video that should be up now is one on Caterpie, Metapod and Butterfree. So if you're interested about finding more about them, you can go and check my channel out now. There should be a link in the description below. Anyway, let's get on with the video. We're going to look at Totodile, Croconaw and Feraligatr. Let's go. So, Totodile, its Japanese name is Wananoko. It is the big jaw Pokemon, is number 158 and stands at 0.6 meters tall or 2 feet and weighs 9.5 kilograms or 20.9 pounds. It is the water type starter Pokemon in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Totodile is a small bipedal blue crocodile Pokemon with red spines on its back and its tail. It has 2 teeth on its upper jaw and 2 rows of free teeth on its lower jaw. It has a yellow V shape on its chest. It has red irises. Inspiration for Totodile was probably a baby crocodilian, as it's very small and has the same kind of body shape. Extra wise, there are no gender differences between Totodile, and Totodile's shiny form has light aqua blue skin and dark blue scales. Pokédex entries tell us that Totodile has a habit of biting anything it can, and that its jaws are also capable of crushing anything, so don't put your hands near that. Wananoko literally translates as the child of a crocodile or alligator, and Totodile is a combination of tot, meaning young or youth, and crocodilian. Moving on to Croconaw, its Japanese name is Alligates, and it is a big jaw Pokemon. It is number 159 in the National Dex, and stands at 1.1 meters tall, or 3 foot 7 inches, and weighs 25 kilograms, or 55.1 pounds. A Totodile will evolve into a Croconaw starting at level 18. Croconaw is a medium-sized crocodilian Pokemon, and is blue coloured with yellow accentuations on its body. It has 3 clusters of red spikes on its body, and yellow coloured jaws. It has 48 fangs that line its mouth at all times, but only 6 are visible, 4 when its jaws are closed. It was inspired by a crocodilian, and its head spikes and its pattern on its chest are similar to the wild hair and the animal skin cloth that was worn by cavemen, so that may have also been taken into inspiration there. There are no gender differences between Croconaw, and Croconaw's shiny form, much like Totodile's, has light aqua blue skin, blue scales and a lighter yellow pattern on its body. Pokédex entries tell us that Croconaw regains new fangs when they're lost, so it always has 48 fangs lining its mouth. And also its tips of fangs are like fish hooks, so once they are embedded, they cannot easily be removed. So again, like Totodile, you won't want this guy to bite you. Alligates derives from alligator, and Croconaw is a combination of crocodile and gnaw to mean bite or chew. Finally, looking at Feraligatr, its Japanese name is Totodile, and it is the big jaw Pokemon. It is number 160 in the National Dex, and stands at 2.3 meters tall or 7 foot 7 inches, and weighs 88.8 kilograms or 195.8 pounds. A Croconaw will evolve into a Feraligatr starting at level 30. Now, Feraligatr is a big, bulky crocodilian Pokemon, and has, again, like its pre-evolutions, blue skin with red scales and yellow markings. It has large, powerful toothy jaws, and again, like Totodile, possesses a V shape on its body. There are now strange blue scales on its arms and legs, and it has yellow irises instead of red, and all its hands and legs have nails on them. Inspiration again was crocodilian or alligator. There are no gender differences between Feraligatr, and Feraligatr's shiny form is again like Totodile and Croconaw, light aqua blue coloured with light tan coloured markings and dark blue scales. Pokédex entries tell us that after it bites down on its prey, Feraligatr shakes its head and savagely tears up its victim, which is not a great image. It also uses its powerful legs to charge at its foe and intimidate them. Now, Totodile is probably a combination of O, meaning king or emperor, or large, and crocodile. Feraligatr is a combination of feral and alligator. It may also derive from ferocious. Now, there it is GATR instead of Gator due to the 10 character limit in the English games. Now if we quickly look at some size comparisons here, we can see that Feraligatr is pretty damn big, whereas Totodile and Croconaw aren't as much, but still pretty large really. And finally on to some sprite comparison and analysis throughout the years. Starting off with Totodile, we can see that its colouring is pretty dark in the first games it was introduced, but it gets lighter in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then it gets a bit lighter in Generation 4, and it stays pretty much the same up to Black and White, and Black 2 and White 2 using the same sprite from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so not much to talk about here really. Now with Croconaw it's quite interesting, as in Crystal it is a very dark blue compared to its first appearance in Gold and Silver, and this is sort of lightened up in Generation 3, but its original sprites in Gold and Silver were really quite different to the others we're used to. The colouring is quite different, and in Heart Gold and Soul Silver the colouring is also quite different because it's a lot lighter than in Platinum, Black, White, Black 2 and White 2, Diamond, Pearl, etc. Now, just like Croconaw, the same happens with Feraligatr. It starts off kind of green, which is pretty much the same colour as its shiny form in those games, but then goes to a dark blue and then gets lighter again. And as we saw in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it did get lighter from its Platinum and Diamond Pearl days. That's really all it is in this sprite comparison really, apart from in Black, White, Black 2 and White 2, even though the Heart Gold Soul Silver sprite is used, it's been recoloured the same as Diamond Pearl Platinum, which is, you know, interesting really. And so concludes this episode of Pokemon Origins. As I mentioned at the start, go check out my channel where I'm starting to upload some more Pokemon Origins there. You'll see Pokemon that, you know, aren't very popular, but are still quite interesting to look at. So go over there, subscribe, like, comment on the videos, tell me what you think, and yeah, I shall see you next time guys. Au revoir.